hand of God will start coming off churches if we do not hold tight to the doctrine that's...
The fact that he's saying the quiet part out loud is outrageous to me, and it is so problematic I don't even know where to start, but I'll start right here with, hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm a real-life pastor in Cincinnati, Ohio, and oh boy. So the claim that's being made here is that the hand of God will release from church, not when it doesn't adhere to Scripture, but when it doesn't adhere to doctrine. We have to hold tight to doctrine. Now, what is doctrine? I'm so glad you asked. Doctrine is the agreed upon set of beliefs by an institution or system. Call them denominations. Each denomination has doctrine. We believe that the Scripture informs us, instructs us to look this way, act this way, smell this way, speak this way, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Scripture actually tells us this thing. We believe that it is inspiring us to live in this certain way. That is called a doctrine. When we get to a point where we are so comfortable in our belief systems, I believe this, that we are willing and actively saying that the hand of God will release from you, not from not following Scripture, but not following my belief system. That is an arrogance and an ego that I will never be able to comprehend or understand. But it makes sense, right? Because the leadership of the wider church is so terrified of how readily accessible information is to us, right? Which is causing this movement of deconstruction, meaning that people are pursuing Scripture for themselves, by themselves, with authorship, with scholarship. We are deconstructing these belief systems, and we're figuring out some of them are just straight up problematic, and some of them are just straight up wrong. And so in order to combat that, that is when you'll hear church leaders, especially the toxic ones, no offense, I don't know this guy personally, but this is a toxic as hell belief. When we are convincing people or trying to gaslight people is really what's happening, that, oh no, it's not Scripture that will keep the hand of God on or off of you. It is my belief system in Scripture. It is my doctrine that you need to hold tight to, not Scripture itself. So if you ever are in a church or in a position where you're hearing the authority figure saying things like that, that's when you start to need to push back. That is when you start to pursue Scripture even more, because why would your doctrine be the thing that I can't question? Why is that? It doesn't add up, and there's reason for that. It's all about power and the struggle for power, and the more we pursue Scripture along on our own, the less power they're going to have. So they're threatened by it and start to say ridiculous things like this.